Hi, welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence. Today we're going to take a look at some weapons from Arsenal of Pew Pews. Now, yes, this is just a regular box. This is how they got shipped, and he's another person that's doing 3D weapons. So if you want to replace for your Classified, your Valaverse, Marvel Legends, or any 6-inch figures, he also has some stuff, and these are not expensive, anywhere from $6 to $13, I think, per weapon, and he does have bundles. So we're going to take a look at these, see how they're wrapped, and see if they're worth it. And again, the shipping, I ordered on Monday morning. They received, they ended up here in Michigan on Friday. So from Arizona to Michigan, 5 days, not that bad. So let's take a look at these. Again, this is something that could be an alternative to gridiron. If you're looking for different types of weapons, maybe you think gridiron's maybe just a little too expensive. But hey, either way, this is a person that's doing it. They're still going to be fairly expensive. They're not going to be your 50-cent weapons or dollar weapons like so many people want. So anyway, let's get to this. But before we do, if you like this type of content, if you like seeing me do weapons and stuff like this, the best way is subscribe, like, and bell notification. This way, yeah, I get it out there, get a little bit of monetization, and guess what? I can do more reviews for you guys. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so I already have cut the box open, but I haven't opened anything up to really look at it. So you open it up, and there's a little bit of bubble wrap that holds all the weapons. Now I ordered 3 different rifles. I just kind of went through weapons that I seem to kind of like, and maybe some that I never had before. There's certain rifles that I just don't like dealing with. So this came with it here. It says thank you, enjoy some free stuff. Don't forget to rate us and give us a follow. So on Instagram, and in here we have a pistol, a big giant knife, and a grenade. So pretty cool that they did that. I've seen other people. I know Payne's Toy Samples. He's showed us before that they've done that. So let's open up all these weapons, and we're going to take a look at all of them. Now, normally, I will review things separately, but since I've never had any Arsenal Pew Pew stuff, I figured I'm not going to go through and just do an individual weapon. Sometimes I'll do it with, let's say, gridiron, or do a couple weapons with gridiron if I get them. Obviously, they do loadouts. So, due to having loadouts, you get so much stuff that you have to get there. So, now, looking at these here, they do not have removable magazines, and I don't have a problem with that. I don't mind removable magazines, but I don't really need them. So, I ordered this M4. This is the AR with a double magazine. I just found it very neat. Just a nice look. Now, something like this would be cool if it did come off, but again, I don't really have a problem with it. Now, there's no paint apps on this one. You can tell, you look at the stock, I think it looks really nice. It's got a scope on it. It's got the handle here, and it does have a flashlight. So, and then when you look at the other side, it has a laser pointer. Now, these are a lot of things that I did learn from getting some of these other weapons. Some people pointed out. So, Marauder Gun Runners, that's what I got over here. But I look at this, I think it looks really nice. It's a straight weapon, and it has a little bit of flex to it. I don't have a problem with that. You obviously want to be very careful, but I do like the handle. I think it's going to set pretty well. But I ordered just a plain black weapon. Now, obviously, you can go through and do a little bit of painting, but when you look at this detail, it's good, man. Like, you don't have any, I don't see any streaking through it like a lot of 3D printers will do. You can tell he's obviously using at least a nice high-end one. It does have a port for blast effects, so that's pretty nice. I'll probably have to stop it and get a blast effect for this, just so I can see if it actually works, because sometimes they don't work as well as you would hope. So look at this one. Again, nice. We're going to see how it fits in his hands in a second. Then I ordered this. Now, I do not have... Actually, I do have a couple weapons like this. But this has a collapsible stock. Now, it does not open up. But again, I think this was only like $6. So, this, I believe, was one of the older ones. Okay, so I'm not sure how long it's been out there. Again, port for blast effects. It does have the handle here, so you will be able to hold it. But I thought this was pretty nice for, let's say, the Navy SEALs or some sort of a quick reaction team. Like, they're going in, it's short, they need to be able to move in tight spaces, and I thought, let's just grab this and see how it works. They do have it on the bats. They have actually the bat firing 2 at a time, which, again, I think it looks nice. There you go. It is nice and straight, but just quickly looking at everything, the handle looks nice. Unfortunately, this is not open, whereas some of the other ones, this would actually be open because it's a sight, not a scope there. So, but if you look in the front here, that one is open. So it's hard to say. I don't know. I've never 3D printed anything like this. And this looks like an older model. And the only reason why I say that is it's not as smooth as the other one that I had just shown you. But I kind of wanted to grab something older so you can kind of see. And then I ordered the Honey Badger. And now this one was painted. And I had to get one that was painted because I want to see how his paint was. So once again, magazine is not removable. Stock does not collapse. But I think it looks pretty nice. So you have your scope. Nice straight weapon. And a built-in, well, a suppressor. I can't say it's built-in, but the suppressor on it. And then you have a little flashlight here. I love the handle. I think it really works good with action figures because you can't always grasp their weapon and get them in a good shooting pose. Now, you can see here, Torpedo, I have a good one. But if you look at Black Widow here, I really like the way this one looks on her. So, but quickly, let's take a look at this paint here. And it looks like he does a really good job. It doesn't seem like it's bled anywhere. He didn't paint the top of it, so it's only on the side of the barrel and all the way over. I don't see any bleed on the magazine. Nothing. You have the handle, but it looks like, the bottom of the handle is also green, but even going to the back of the stock, I mean, this looks really nice. And the detail on the magazine looks good. And this looks like a much newer weapon because everything looks way smoother. And I could be completely wrong, but that's just how it looks to me. And once again, you got a port for blast effect, and I really do like the way it looks. It's something just a little bit different and a smaller, rifle. And now let's look at the couple things that they sent as a freebie, which I think is really cool. This makes me just want to go back and order a few more things. So we have a nice little pistol. Nice detail. You can see the slots there. Also has a port for blast effects. Nice trigger guard. A nice straight weapon. And again, doesn't really have too much flex, but there's not much to give on it. I like this. I'm actually going to see if it fits in my Snow Jobs holster there. Then we got this big giant knife. And again, something is painted here. I'm going to assume it is the blade. So you're going to have your black 3D print or filament or resin. The blade looks painted nicely. Look at the serrated part. It is sharp, not as sharp as some of the other ones. It's pretty good. Not as sharp as a NECA. I don't think there's anything as sharp as a NECA. So that's just a freebie knife along with the freebie pistol. And then we get this grenade. I believe this is a smoke grenade. I could be wrong, but and the detail on it is really nice. You got the little divots there. Got your handle. The pin looks really nice. So all in all, not that bad for these little weapons. So all right, so I grabbed a couple blast effects here. Now these are from the Valiverse. I really do think they still make the best blast effects for the price. And we'll just see if they actually fit. And I'm having a hard time getting it in. I know. That's what she said. Here's the smaller one. But again, so I'm not able to insert any blast effects. Not on that rifle. Let's try this one. I mean, you're kind of able to wedge it in, but I definitely don't feel good about that. So, still a nice look. Now, I don't use blast effects for anything with the suppressor because that is supposed to suppress the the bang, the flash on it. But yeah, so I think the guns look nice, but unfortunately, they don't seem to fit, and that's too bad. You know, everyone's going to be a little bit different. I can tell you the gridiron stuff, they fit pretty well. Don't fall out. So, all right. So let's just kind of see how some of these weapons look. We'll try and make it quick because you've already been here for quite some time. So, I can pop off my newly loaded out snow job. Here's the weapon they sent me. And I think it fits in there pretty well. This is the Marauder gun runners that I got. And it's small. So that's why it fit really good, but unfortunately it falls out. This stays in there. That doesn't. That stays in there really nicely. And quickly, throw it on his hand. And I think that's a nice looking small pistol. So I would say I'm pretty happy with that. But for him, he's already got the green on. It kind of matches. So let's try this. It's actually the kind of almost the same green that comes with the other rifle. So kind of look at that. I think that looks pretty good. It's supposed to be a small. It's the Honey Badger, so it is supposed to be a smaller weapon. I think that looks pretty nice on him. We got my mutt here. Let's see how this. So there's that with it. And I like the fact that they seem to be scaled properly. Unfortunately, some of the Marauder gun runners seem a little small. Work really well for the females. So there is Junkyard with the AR. I think it looks pretty good. I like the double magazine. I think that'd be great for shots. And then what I talked about was SEAL team coming in with this small weapon, and especially with all of the 60th anniversary figures that you could get, I think this is pretty much a perfect style weapon for them. Maybe even for the Cobra Eels who don't seem to come with weapons, even the new Eels and the retro one. So taking a look at that, I really like this gun. I actually like this gun more than I thought I was going to. One of the problems with, I think, most handles is they're just thinner, so it's hard for a hand like this to get a good grasp on it. But all in all, look pretty nice. I mean, can't really complain that much. Oh, I like that. That is nice. I tell you what, I like the torpedo with a lot of different types of weapons, so I'm gonna need a lot. Oh, I think I'm gonna need lots of sailors. All right, so there they are, man. That's just a little look at the Jay's Armory. You're not gonna be able to get this giant thing in that holster. Maybe it'll work good with my snow job, which has the Recondo loadout from Gridiron. It does come with this giant machete, but you can probably find somewhere to stage this. So. All right, there you go. All right, so that's my review of just a few of the Arsenal Pew Pew weapons, and they're over there. I do like these. They look really nice, and they're not real expensive. I spent $21, and that included shipping for 3 weapons, and they threw in a few freebies, which I think is really cool. It is an incentive to make sure that you come back and order some more stuff. But yeah, that's it. Like I said. That's all I have to say, other than if you like this, be sure to like this and comment, different things like that. The more views you get, the more monetization helps me to turn around, purchase some of these weapons so I can do reviews for everyone. Because that is one thing that I do want on this channel, is to have different weapons reviewed from different companies. So people that are coming into the line, or maybe even been in the line for quite some time, they can look and say, hey, where can I get some weapons for? They find the channel, they find, Gridiron, Marauder Gun Runners, now Arsenal, Pew Pews, and there's so many more, so I'll have to talk with a few more people about finding where else should I order from. What's the next 3 weapons that I should order? So, but I'm going to get out of here, but hey, on Instagram, a punk with toys and a punk with _toys. It is a long story. I'm not going to get into it. Go ahead. Follow them both. It's exhausting. The Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a punk with toys. And that has been growing tremendously. I have to watch it now. I have to get another moderator or so, but it's great to see that it's growing. We don't do any drama, and no religion, no drama, no politics, none of that BS. I'll just boot you if that's what you are. And last but not least, take a second, like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop some sort of video. And you want to find out about some weapons or different action figure weapons, G.I. Joe figures, different things like that, follow the channel. The catalog that I got is growing tremendously. So I'm going to get out of here. Don't go anywhere. Up here, I'm going to put the Marauder Gun Runners, and this is going to be a playlist to all the different styles of other companies that are making stuff like this. So watch that. Take care.